Hello, Ravens. Who wants to play some cards? I'm just reading the comments. How's everybody doing? Hi. Crazy lighting. Crazy lighting in here. Welcome to Play Tarot with me. We are going to do some really cool stuff tonight. Yeah, that looks better. You! Hello. Holy smokes, never mind. There. Yay, play tarot with me. Oh boy, welcome. So I'm Dharma. This is going to be a play along. So take some time. You can, if you're watching this as a replay, you can push pause. Go and get your tarot cards. If you don't have tarot cards, you can get a deck of index cards and you can write whatever you want on it. If you want to just take index cards and write down each, there's 78 cards, 4 suits in a tarot deck. You can get charms, pendulums, runes, anything you like. Wait on the room to fill up a little bit. Hi, Debbie. There's a couple of people who are up late who wanted to play. Thank you all so much for everyone who is donating to helping me get into this old church that's for sale as a house. I appreciate it. It's going to be amazing if we get into it. If you want to donate to that, the link for the donations is in the box below. I really, really appreciate it. Oh my goodness gracious, you people are amazing. Absolutely amazing. The group support. You got Dharma on your big screen? Oh god, I look terrible. Whatever. I was out running around. I wanted to come in and swing and make sure I got here on time. So for those of you who are new, welcome in. I'm just waiting on the whole tribe to roll in. We're the Crow tribe. If you are watching this, watch the comments too. We all chat with each other. This is interactive, so get your cards. You can find me on Instagram, dharmajane.8. And that links to Facebook too if you'd rather do Facebook. And I'm not doing private readings right now, but I'll get back to that ASAP once I get caught up, okay? Okay, there's plenty of people in here. So as per usual, because this is a rare deck, I'll do the fairies. We're going to do 2 different spreads tonight, okay? So if you have some sage, light up your sage. Call in your guides, your angels, anyone from the highest good that has a message to come forward for you personally. Ask your guides and whatever you believe in, Archangel Michael, whatever, to protect you. If you're going to be opening yourself up to energy, just ask that you're protected too, and just decide that you are, right? Something feels shady, just push it away. Oh boy, yay! Alrighty. So I told you that we were going to work on the skill clairaudience. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the clairs, you may have heard the term clairvoyance before. Clairvoyance is the word clair is French for clear, and voyance is the image. But you have your energy, you have this body, and you have your senses: sight, seeing, touch, taste, feeling, all of those. You have an energetic body, which people will say, oh, your aura is this color, your aura is that color. That's the first kosha of your aura, your energetic body, okay? That also too has senses, which are the same: sight, image, sound, taste. You can clairgustance. You can have you ever smelled a cigar or something in a place where nobody's smoking, or had a tasted grandma's pie or something like that? That's clairgustance. Okay, claircognizance is you just know, right? Your cards are flying everywhere. So you might need to ground a little. Maybe take your shoes off, Latasha. Take your shoes off and put your feet flat on the ground. If you don't have any sage, you can get some sea salt or regular salt and put some rubbing alcohol in it, or fucking vodka, and light that bitch on fire. And that will suck, the science literally sucks the negative ions into the salt. That's pretty cool because you can actually literally watch the negative leave your space. That's really cool when you do that. Okay, so this is clairaudience. We're going to work on the hearing portion. And as most of you know, if you watch me, I use prophetic music mostly. I listen for songs. So this game, tarot game, is going to be an exercise in talking with your guides and using your own energetic body so that you are able to ascend, for one, and also more easily grasp hold of signs and symbols that your specific guides and teams are trying to say to you, and you'll be able to start to see, and you'll start to be more aware, and a lot of things will start happening once you start paying attention. Okay, so this one is, we're gonna get your guides to talk with you, and we're going to spot a particular person that you know in your life right now, living person. For those of you who are willing to try mediumship would be the practice of being able to connect with those who are crossed over. That's takes a lot of energy and sometimes a lot of skill, and you might want to wait on that. But if you feel inclined to do so, you know, make sure you ask for protection first, and you can just decide right now if you're open to that. And if you're not, make it clear to your guides who can hear you without any problems. I don't want to fucking do that. You need to decide that right now. Okay? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to draw a card or two and give everybody, because everybody's going to know someone kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And then you're going to clarify for yourself who it is. And you're going to, just fucking wait for it. Okay? Alrighty, guys, angels, anyone from the highest good with messages to come in. All right. Okay, so we have two people that want to come out. For some of you, this could be the same person, but you're going to know on your own. Okay, we have the Lady of the Harvest. That's Virgo, Taurus. We also have the Feline. Okay, both of these talk about release. They both talk about completion. Now, with your own cards, I want you're going to pull some cards or shuffle. Okay, you're going to do that, but don't look at them yet, all right? Just let them kind of look away or whatever and let them fall. There's a couple of different ways to do this. If you've never played tarot before, you can either shuffle your deck and then draw them when you feel ready. You can open your deck and pull. You can cut the deck and get the ones that come out on the bottom. Or what I do is no, it just might mean that the window's not ready to be open yet, okay? Or what I do is I let the cards jump, okay? So these ones are going to be for me. Okay, when you're ready, first thing I want you to do is close your eyes, put your hand on the card, and take a deep, deep breath. Put your feet flat on the floor, and I want you to focus on just like a white ball of energy, okay? Close your eyes. And I want you to, in your mind, state to your guides, let me hear a song that will remind me of this person. And then, first thing you think about, that's your answer. Okay? Did everybody hear something? And then, when you got that, I want you to shuffle again and draw another set of clarifiers to check to make sure that you were right. When you've done that, I will show you what I did. Tra-la-la boom da, tra-la-la boom da. Oh, I love that old guy. 4 cards, good. Well, each one, but you have to connect them together, so each one is going to be a part of that person. Song from the Wonder Years. Okay. Now what I want you to do, Debbie, one song, if you hear it, one song to help you define, because we're just getting your guides to show you that they can pick out a person that you know and give you real clues. So between the main fairy cards, the card you drew, the song you heard, and then the clarifying cards, that should tell you. Okay, Spooky Bee. What you do when you have a song stuck in your head and you can't hear anything else, you're going to ground a little bit. Put your cards down, put your feet flat on the floor, close your eyes, and you're going to breathe deep in and out, and then you're going to focus on counting. You're going to count in 1, 4, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to notice that when you're doing that, other thoughts, maybe that same song, maybe a random thought about your laundry or what's in the next room or some distraction that you heard is going to come in, and you're going to push it away and go back to thinking about only the numbers, hearing the numbers inside your head, okay? And eventually that's the only thing that you're going to hear. And then when you're ready, take a deep breath and then put your hand on the card again and say, okay, now let me hear. And hopefully it'll be different. You need as many clarifiers as you need. So for me, okay, so what I did was, it's these two people, relatively grumpy people, right? And then I got the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is a difficulty in collaboration. And then I heard that song, I don't want to wait for our lives to be over, right? And then I got the Emperor and the Two of Cups. And so for me, that, I'm like, I know, right? And my guides are like, I know, right? Like, I get it. So you'll take as many as you need, and then you'll say, well, okay, I get that. So let's say for example, for me, these didn't make sense. And I'm like, okay, well, I get who the Emperor is, but explain the Two of Cups, and then look right at the Two of Cups, and you can do the same thing. Clear your mind, calm everything down, try to hear nothing, and then say, okay, let me have a song. And and sometimes you might hear just the lyric. Now, let's say that your brain doesn't work lyrically. I am Libra. Libras, they are very musical. The lyre, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of what we do, right? And I play music anyway. I know some Libras who aren't musical at all. You can try a different exercise to, if let's say the clairaudience part isn't working for you just yet, but the tarot part is, you're still going to be able to take something away from this, okay? So you can start looking at the images. Like for this one, for me, it would probably be someone who is bearded, because in both of these images, they have a beard, right? This might be someone who sits all lackadaisical, like they're all smug, like I'll fucking sit however I want to sit. I don't want to, you can't make me sit up straight. I own this chair. You can just start looking at the picture, and every time you do a different reading, you'll pick up different things about that you'll, oh my goodness. And then I look down, look at that, and there's the Empress. See, it's the same two people. It's two grumpies and then two grumpies, right? But that's just for me, right? So the other thing you can do, so use your tarot for if you're doing, let's say you're doing runes. My kid keeps taking them. He calls them dinosaur eggs. Oh, here they are. All right. You would set up, this is a jar full of crystals, all right? Just random whatever. But I kind of know what they mean. So like pink and red crystals, gemstones, they're going to mean love or relationship or passion, fire. They're fire, right? Blue ones are going to be emotional. Green and brown ones are going to be earth pentacles. And my air ones are going to be white, and that's going to be think about, consider, right? And so I've got a board laid out here. And so I'm going to take my little cup, and I'm just going to let it fall however it falls. And you can't see it, but it fell out just like this. Right? And that's a quartz, okay? And we were talking about the fact the quartz was air, and I looked at it and I was like, clear the air. Then I saw this, And I know specifically that this particular stone is fire agate. Okay. And that talks about past life, past life memories. Okay. Then I forgot that my Hamza was in here. All right. And it fell out on top of this too. And I want to be like, to me, intuitively speaking, that's going to say something along the lines of this collaboration, as difficult as it might be, is protected with the hand. And then I got a blue and a brown on the Lady of the Harvest. I mean, clearly she's processing some shit. Does that make sense on how to try to maybe use crystals? If you are using a pendulum, I don't have one handy to show you how to use those, but it would be some kind of charm or pretty stone with a point on it on a string, and you wait for it to stay still, and then you go over top of the card that you're inquiring about. And the reason that you do that is because you're putting energy into a thing, an area, like you're swirling binary code. Okay, you're swirling energetic frequency around a thing, all right? And so you take it, and yes is one way, no is another way, and maybe I think is back and forth, all right? One day I'll show you guys how to build a stone statue and knock it down with your mind powers. Amazing. Okay? Did everyone get confirmation? Any kind of confirmation from their guides about that? The next thing that you're going to do with this particular spread is you're going to ask your guides what they want you to know about your relationship with this person specifically. You can get a different deck. You can get, what's up, Pix? I'm going to use Lenormand for mine. Great, you heard a name. Very good. Is it a name that you recognize, Lori? Because it might be one of your guides. Okay, Amy. Very good. So if they say that you have a block, you want to work, that's your first step. I mean, that's a beautiful gift from your guides to tell you, look, you have a block before you can do this, which is great. So then you're going to do, you can do, there's a million meditations on YouTube that you can even listen to while you sleep, all right? And you can unblock. I think it's just called like an energetic block, and you can work, you can do cord cuttings, whatever. Okay, so now pull your cards and ask your guides what it is that they want you to know about this person. And then if you, okay, for cord cutting, well, first off, as you're doing this, as you pull the cards, okay, you can do the same thing. You can calm your mind, right? And then ask for confirmation via song, okay? Give me a song that represents what it is that you'd like me to know about this relationship. Hear the song, connect that with those cards, and then if you need more clarifiers, take those. Kate T, the Three of Wands with the moon. I want to be like, wait for it. Because something that you don't know about, right? The moon and it might be about a Pisces, okay, or Cancer. But the Three of Wands is like, I want to be like, well, look at the imagery, okay? I want to go that way and talk about a bird that you let go that wants to come back, but you don't even know that that's happening, right? Or something along those lines. For the cord cutting, that is, for me personally, the cord cutting is a lot easier to do when you can visualize, okay? And that is, you kind of picture yourself, okay, you do the same thing, feet on the ground, calm down, breathe, whatever, and you visualize yourself in a white bubble. And then from the bubble, you see energetic cords coming out from it, okay? And then you can either ask for assistance from a guide or an angel and say, I would like to cut the cord that belongs to either a person or a blockage that is keeping me from XYZ. I would like to cut the cord to a memory, a specific memory. I would like to cut my cord of jealousy. I'd like to cut the cord of lack. And you can start naming off cords, and you'd be like, whack, 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 whack. And they just start, you watch these cords get severed. And then I typically ask for Archangel Michael to sweep the cords away and expel them forever from this place. With gratitude, of course. And then sometimes I do it at the same time, I'll flip the switch and do, can you please strengthen my cord of gratitude? Can you strengthen my cord of loyalty? Can you strengthen my cord of abundance, right? I receive the abundance that's meant for me right now with gratitude, right? Okay, so was everybody able to pinpoint something and felt like they got some kind of back and forth communication as to who your guides were trying to depict and a lesson that they wanted you to learn about that particular person? Well, for Alien Unicorn, I kind of want to talk about the 24-hour that we did today, where we were talking about handling things with grace, or else tower moments happen. Right. I kind of feel like that might be in those lines of that. Okay. Reshuffle. Now, I'm not going to pull a main one for this. This one's going to be even cooler. All right. I would like for you, right now, you're going to meet your spirit guides, if you can. Some of, like she was saying, some of you have blocks. So this exercise is to meet your spirit guides, to try to hear their name. Okay? To try to get to know them and trying to get characteristics about them. Some people have spirit guides who are nothing but ether. They know them as a beam of light. Some people have spirit guides that look like people, right? Like my main spirit guide that guides us often, her name is Viave Atoish. Okay, she was, from what I understand, Lakota, and I've seen her face. I know what she looks like. Right? So, okay, get your deck ready. Take a deep breath. And I want everyone to do jumper cards this time if you're using cards. Because some people have one guide, not usually, but a couple of guides. So we're going to try to get, starting out, ask your guide specifically for one card per guide that you have that would like to step forward and meet you this evening. All right? So jumper cards only. And for me, when cards land on top of each other like this, they belong together. And then just do it till you feel like being done with it. All right. Then flip your cards over. And have a look-see. So, ooh, secret lovers. That could have been who they were to you in a past life. Those two were secret lovers in a past life. They may be, now keeping in mind that what we're doing right now is not going to have anything to do yet with people that you know in a meat suit. This is intending to meet your spiritual team, your angels, if you want to call them that. That voice that you get in your head, don't go in there, turn around, stop. The thing that you hear, okay? So for me, I got 4 different piles. That's accurate for me, all right? And God, this is freaking relevant. Okay, for me, one of my guides that I already know, as I call him James Alfred, okay, he is very, very wise. And he wears this blue silky thing that I've seen in a meditation before, and it has gold down the sleeves, except he wears like the tight pants that the guys used to do. I think, I don't know when that was, maybe Marie Antoinette years, 1700s. But every time he shows up for me in one of my meditations, he's dealing with my money, or he wants to guide me on my money. Does that not look just like that guy? And it came out with the money, right? My abundance. And I believe that he is in charge of that, or has, when that, I think that's his job, you know? They come forward and they say, don't buy that. This would be the guy that would come in and twist your guts and make you feel buyer's remorse. Like, why did you spend your money on that? They would also be the one that would come in and get you excited about something that you maybe really should purchase, right? And then here, I told you that Vi, all right, was a Lakota princess, right? And I also believe at one point she was my mother. We have had that discussion before in a different life, right? So I'm not sure what the Leo is in regards to her, other than if you see the face in this image, that she looks down over everything. I told you that maybe each one of them have a job, right? So she is in charge of my happiness. That's Debbie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. That's 5. If any of them didn't fall on top of each other, those are 5 different guides, right? So I have my money guy, I have my happiness and overall person, I have this one here. Now, right, this is the strength card, and again we have Leo, but I have a guide that does my protecting. Okay, and I know that his name is Jolan. I have a lot of J names that follow me. He's the one that looks like Coco. I told you guys about him, right? And so they would come in and also say, like, stop, don't go in there, turn around, come back, this isn't safe. They would be the one that would trigger your, you should be scared right now, you need to leave, whatever. They're your for my protector. Then I have one more, the devil. This could mean a couple of things. If you pull the devil, don't freak out. It might mean that you have karma to deal with, and you have a guide who is watching you like a fucking probation officer that makes sure that you serve your karma. When I see this, that's like, what's funny is they have horns. Okay, that's like Maleficent and Gandalf. That sucks. It's ridiculous. Okay, now we're going to go back to try the, once you have determined your piles of people and by looking at imagery and just your feeling, okay, what potentially their jobs. Debbie, when I'm asked one question, I go one round. I shuffle, and let them fly out until I'm done. Like, it'll go one round through, and then I won't have any more cards to shuffle, and then that's that. And what fell out is what I'm working with. That's how I do it, okay? Now, what I want for you to do is, again, if this isn't second nature to you, every single time that you're ready to focus, you do have to stop and take a deep breath and put your feet on the floor and close your eyes and recenter, Eventually, you'll be able to just do it while you talk and giggle and drink coffee and whatever. It takes a minute, okay? It's like exercise, right? I want you to pick one that you want to talk about first, and I want you to put your hand on it, and I want you to say, what's your name? Interesting. You know how I said that my guy's name was Viave? And I've said that for years, just Viavatoish, but I heard Vieva that time. Oh, Charlie. And then you might want to write this down, okay, so that you don't forget or just pay attention, because these are, this is your spirit team, they've been with you every second since you incarnated, and they will be until you, oh, Avalon, beautiful. Yankee could be a name. It might be a nickname of theirs. That's what they call themselves. Like Vi, often for me, before I knew what was going on, I used to get V's everywhere. And people would go like this to me, and all the time, like, they'd be like, what's V? Or I'd get readings, and they'd be like, what's the V all about? And I'm like, okay, no, I'm 16 years old. I don't know. Mighty Ducks? Right? But now I see what it is, right? So it might be a nickname, okay? And then go around to each one and learn your guides' names. If you don't hear a name, okay, on a specific one, they're not ready to tell you yet. Which is fine, because sometimes it depends on your age. Like this one here never entered at all until I was older. This one here I didn't know about, you know what I'm saying? Like, they show up when they're supposed to. Sure, Sunny is possible. My name? Aw, well, I'm technically a guide. I'm a guide incarnate, right? I do resonate with the vibe of Earth Angel. Like, I know I have a job to do. I'm a cedar. I get that. Yeah, I know. It's funny. It's like you get cards and you're like, no, I don't want to have those. And you put them back and you shuffle again and the same cards come out and everybody screams. You can just be, I didn't catch your name about wanting to do this later. You even if it's live right now, you can rewind it to the beginning and start over. Hercules. Oh, Kristoff. Cool. 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 Okay, now it's time to clarify. When you're ready, you're going to do it the exact same way. Focus on one particular guide of yours. Put your energy at it. Get your cards or your runes or a different deck or whatever, and say, what are you trying to guide me about? Okay? And put it there, and then do the same thing. See the cards, and then put your hand on it and say, you could even ask a question. And sometimes if your clairaudience isn't really exercised a lot, you can ask for yes or no, because like for some of you who heard one name, it's easy to hear one word. So you can ask a specific question and get a yes or no. You can ask them to play you a song. Can you play me a song that I'm glad, Spooky Bee. I'm glad that it worked for you. That's very, very cool. Okay. You can ask your guides to play you a song that is relevant to their purpose for you. Same old tricks. That's not for me here, which I've done this lots. Yeah, see? Oh my goodness, I just heard the Deftones song. And I watched it change in you. Oh, we are the champions. Cool. Very cool. You've paid your dues. Are you the one that got the Hierophant? Like, eventually, when I'm done paying off whatever crappy debt this is from my past lives, this person will turn into the Hierophant for me. And my scales will adjust and then go that way. Right? It doesn't have to be a scary devil. It could be Kali Ma. It could be like, you guys had a horrible, like, you were married in your past life and you had a horrible death together, and you're like looking in each other's eyes like, I vow to spend eternity with you, and this angel was sitting there like, man, you're not supposed to say that shit, but you said it anyway, and then you both die, and then like you have to write a soul contract, and he's like, sorry you guys, like, you both have really crappy, you both have other karma to work out, but you also promised to do it together, so good luck with that. And I'm going to be there to make sure you do it. Have fun as a baby. Shoved down the slide. Well, King of Hearts B is... Okay, so the Queen receives and the King bestows. So if your purpose is to give you love... Oh, and that's for one of your guides, right? And their purpose... So that guide is to show you love, to give you love, but they would be the one that would help you in that department. They would be the one to kind of make you feel like maybe you shouldn't be with this person because they're not going to love it. They're in charge of how you get it. Love. I heard it other assortments. That's very proper. My one guide, this one here, James Alfred, is so proper. I feel like such a tool all the time that when I meet this one. Oftentimes I'll go on a meditation where I'm talking to them and he'll grab my arm and I'll follow him like this. I did that to the cowboy all the time. I would ride around on his arm and he'd be like, why are you making me drag you? I'm like, I don't know. I resonate from, and I said this shit because I'm crazy. I was like, I resonate from a different era where men, you know, they wanted you on their arm. Sorry, I can't help it. Gandalf doesn't give a shit. He'll drag me all over town. He's used to it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. We can get back to, do you guys want to try another one, or do you want to keep working on this one? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so another clairaudience exercise that I want to do is a mix of both clairaudience and clairvoyance. Okay, so don't put away your cards yet. We'll go back to it. We'll just let it pause. Okay, and I want to expand your muscle a little bit, and then we'll pause again and then look at it again. All right? Okay, so what you do, if you flat on the ground, whatever, breathe, make sure I'm all sweaty, like, again, because there's no air conditioning here. It's hot. And this is going to be clairaudience and clairvoyance together. Okay? So first, imagine yourself. Take a deep breath, right, ground. And I want you to imagine yourself in a, nope, no cards. This is clairaudience, hearing, and clairvoyance, which is you're going to get a third eye vision. So if you can, like, if someone's like, oh, picture this, and like you're able to kind of see in your mind space a memory or something, that's clairvoyance. If you can't see anything, I have other exercises to get you there. But for some of you who are a little bit more elevated, that you're going to be able to see. Okay? So I want you to picture yourself in a room. All right? And the room is going to be a room that is relevant to you. Okay? You're going to see the floor. You're going to see the walls. And you're going to be in the middle of a room in a chair. This is what you're visualizing, right? And so I want you to be very, very quiet. And I want you to visualize yourself in this room. And then I want you to listen and hear what's going on in the room. Can you hear the floors crack? Can you hear birds out the window? Can you Right. You ask a Libra to pick a room. Well, if you need to have one to describe to you, it's a room with a wooden floor. It has wooden wainscoting. The upper half of the wall is white. The ceiling is white. It maybe has a ceiling fan. There's a window. There's a tree outside. The chair is wooden. It has 4 legs, no rockers, no arms. You're sitting there with your feet flat on the floor. And you can hear birds. And then you look down and you see a piano at your side. All right? And in your visualization, I want you to put your hand on the piano and go do 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 re mi fa sol la do do do. Touch the keys. Hear it. And when you can hear the sound of a piano, when in your visualization you see yourself touching this piano and you can hear it, you know when you touch it, you hear, you know what I'm saying? That is when you're using clairaudience. You're using that part of your energetic body, the sight part and the sound part at the same time. Just like when in any other regular day, you hear and see at the same time, right? So this is musical clairaudience. So you're using this instrument as a key, as a focal point, okay? And then if you know how to play piano, you can picture yourself on the keys and playing a song. If you choose a different instrument, you know, you can just visualize that you're seeing this instrument and you can play it. I just like that one because you don't have to play that one. You can touch it, right? If you aren't musical, you can also visualize a radio. And you walk over to it and you push play. And that is good too for the same purpose of your guides, right? You can be like, what is it that you want me to know? Right? What are you trying to tell me, guides, right? And so you sit down and you visualize yourself in this room and then you look over and you see the radio and you're like, all right, guides, I'm going to go to that radio and push play, and the song that I hear is going to be your answer. All right? And you walk over there all bringing the bullshit in your meditation, visualization, push play, listen. And the reason that sometimes visualizations help with it is because you're focusing on those images, okay? Fun fact, that's also called astral projection. Okay? But that's a whole other ball game. There's more to that too. So many layers, so many details, all written in my book, which I still have not published. Okay? So, work with that for a minute. It could be, Lauren. Have you ever heard of the word a walk-in? Like Christopher Walken, Walkin, a walk-in. Alien unicorn. I know. I was a poet. I didn't even know it. Look at me. I'm freaking Mozart. Here in your brain, like jamming out. I'm in a full-on jam session. And honestly, if you can sit there and meditate that you're playing a song that you know from start to finish, and you're playing it, you are exercising that energetic body like crazy, and it's fun, right? You're really focusing on your clairvoyance because you're really seeing the instrument, and you're working on your clairaudience because you're focusing on the song. Okay, back to the guides part. Okay, now that you have a fresher mindset, what else is it that you want to know for your guides? I mean, you have their names. I've got one. Oh, this is a biggie. Okay. I would like for you all to pick the one guide out of this pile that you feel like is your main guide. The one that you feel like is always there. Like for me, it would be Vi. Like, don't get me wrong, my whole team is amazing and I love them, but Vi is the one that, like, she's like right here. Right? You have cool. You heard I am Iron Man? Very cool. Very cool. Anyway, I want you to pick your main guide. Oh no, did I forget it? Oh, bring it back. Okay, I got it. All right. Pick your main guide. Get those cards out. Organize them so that they make sense to you. Sometimes I like to spread the cards out so that other cards can fall on top of specific ones and I don't really question, right, what, where something would fall. Okay, are you ready for this? Feet on the ground. Reground. Pick your deck. Okay. And I want you to put the energy here and ask this particular guide, please bring up right now one memory from this life where you stepped in and did some spiritual stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you show me a memory where I was like, wow, that was weird, but that was actually you? Can you give me a memory from my life, right? So get your cards out, flip the card, and you're going to do the same exact process, okay? Now for me, these fell over, but it was a whole bunch. That's too many. For me, that's too many to try to decipher as one message, okay? It did it again. All right, I'm going to take them then, since that's what happened, right? Now, I want you to flip the cards over, take a deep breath, and first, put your hand on it and say, show me the memory. And the first vision, the first memory of that time from that thing could be that. And also look at the cards. Yeah, don't worry. If you can't get anything right now, don't worry about it. This is going to be published live, and you can practice this every single day. You can come back to this reading every single day, and I'll timestamp some things when I come back to this in a little while. You can come back to this every day and keep practicing. These are all relevant. These exercises, you should do them every day. Sometimes when I'm in the shower, I do the clairaudient one. My donation thing is still going off. You guys, I am so grateful for all of you. For those of you who don't know what's going on with that, I don't typically ask for donations. I mean, the link is there, but it's not like something. But right now, if you're not on my Instagram, dharmajane.8 on Instagram, I'm in the process of attempting to purchase St. Mary's Church, which is now zoned residential and made into a house. And it has a giant gold dome, and it has the arch ceilings, and it has the stained glass, and we're going to sit there and do readings in it, and it is going to be stinking freaking amazing. So that's what I'm raising, as you know, the donation link is there for. So if you're interested in being a part of that, the donation link is in the box below. I appreciate it. Okay. So, if you got your answer from that one for me, I know. I saw it and I just kind of want to put it away because I know, right? One more thing and then we'll shut her down for the night, okay? New deck, regrounds, get ready. New deck, when I say new deck, especially if you only have one deck, that means reshuffle. Like, clear it out. Sometimes if you do like this, it kind of like shakes off the old whatever. Okay. All right, here we go. You were going to ask your guides, what is their guidance for you right now until the next time you speak? Okay. And it's going to be the same process. Let the card come out. Take a deep breath. Try to hear sounds. Oh my God. Try to hear sounds. See if you can get an image. If you need to clarify, feel free to clarify. Oh my God. And if you have any questions, let me know. Oh my God, it's amazing. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. Keisha Cat is my friend from high school. She's my fucking OG. We were like these badass bitches. Were you in Balcanto with me? I can't remember if you sang with me. We had a competitive show choir. Yeah, we go way back. She's OG. Damn straight. I just got the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and the Documents and the Divine Rainbow. That's amazing. Does anybody have any questions? I love this too. Okay, so on Instagram already right now, there is a posting that says that this was live tonight. Okay, and that posting also went to Facebook. So if you're interested in continuing this conversation and you want to keep on talking to our tribe folk, I love this too. We'll do it more often. So if you want to talk to your tribe folk, continue the conversation there. You can talk in the comment boxes here on Instagram under that particular post and on Facebook under that particular post as well. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the class. It's cards. You're welcome. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for the donations. I'm so grateful. You're amazing. I'm glad it works. I have a lot of ways to get through the kinks that people are having to meet their spiritual team. 7 of Wands and the Star. Kate, weren't you the one that just said that you had a block? That would be that. Was that you? Crazy. This diva light is hot as balls. Like I am blinded and it is hot in here. Oh, okay, that wasn't you. Well, that would be what that was. So the star is going to be, maybe it has to do with an Aquarius, but also it's the water bearer. So it's the thing that holds your emotions. And if it were to be cut, then it's the dreams, it's the healing, right? And if you have the 7 of Wands in front of that, there's a block to it. Might have something to do with like a trauma that you had, like not believing that you deserve it or something like that, which obviously you do, right? Whatever it is that when you wish upon a star, right? You receive the abundance. I receive the abundance that's meant for me right now with so much gratitude and joy. I pay it forward all day long. Yeah. Next week, maybe we'll work on confirmations and signs and symbols. Ooh, that's a good one. You guys are going to have to remind me. All right. I have got to get out from behind this light before I pass out. It's hot. I love you guys. Have a good night. Thanks for playing tarot with me. Good night.